All right, well, hello, good evening. Thank you all for coming. We've got a great program for our entertainment night. The kids have worked really hard and they're looking forward to performing for you. They're all going to speak loudly and clearly so everybody will hear it all. And you'll really enjoy that. If you like it, definitely applaud profusely. That'd be great. And if you don't like it, it was free. And there's cookies and stuff after. So you're okay. Alright? So it should be good. You can see in your program, if there's extras around, you want to grab another one. If you don't want to share, that's great. You'll see in the program that we start with the music recital part of it. Miss Wales will talk about that here in just a minute. And then we'll kind of flip-flop back and forth between the younger kids and the older kids as the other ones are able to go get ready. And we got it all figured out, so we're looking forward to it.
Thank you for coming tonight. We're really excited that the students have prepared some musical selections for you. This was the first year that I was able to offer piano lessons to the students at school, and quite a few students took lessons from me, but we've included other students from the school who play other instruments. So not just piano tonight, but you're going to hear guitar and ukulele and some singing as well. So I hope you enjoyed the performances. All of the students worked very hard all year. They're ready to share their music with you. I hope that they're learning that learning an instrument is a wonderful lifelong skill, but it doesn't happen in a day. It doesn't happen at the lessons. It takes practice at home, practice at school, and they've all put in a lot of work. So hopefully you enjoy what they are sharing with you tonight. So we'll begin. First of all, we have Tristan Willitz. next we have Landon Reederer. All right, next is Noah Mayhew. That is a very popular piece. Every year when I teach piano students, that one is always a favorite. So 2 people played it for you tonight, which is great. All right, next we have Levi Willitz.
first day of school, my mommy said to me, don't ever wet your pants. On the second day of school, my mommy said to me, don't ever wet your pants. On the third day of school, my mommy said to me, don't break your pants. On the fourth day of school, my mommy said to me, don't chew gum, don't break your pants, don't eat your clothes, don't ever wet your pants. On the fifth day of school, my mommy said to me, don't pick your nose, don't chew gum, don't break your pants, don't your pants. On the sixth day of school, my mommy said to me, don't hold hands, don't pick your nose, don't chew gum, don't break your pants, don't eat your clothes, don't ever wet your pants. On the seventh day of school, my mommy said to me, don't throw spitballs, don't hold hands, don't pick your nose, don't chew gum, don't break your pants, don't ever wet your pants. On the eighth day of school, my mommy said to me, don't ever don't throw spitballs, don't hold hands, don't pick your nose, don't chew gum, don't break your pants, don't ever wet your pants. On the ninth day of school, my mommy said to me, don't sleep in class, don't ever burp, don't throw spitballs, don't hold hands, don't pick your nose, don't chew gum, don't break your pants, don't ever wet your pants. Day of school, my mommy said to me, don't don't sleep in class, don't ever burp, don't spitballs, don't hold hands, don't pick your nose, don't chew gum, don't break your pants, don't ever wet your pants. On the 11th day of school, my mommy said to me, don't bite your toenails, don't sleep in class, don't ever burp, don't throw spitballs, don't hold hands, don't pick your nose, don't chew gum, don't break your pants, don't ever wet your pants. On the 12th day of school, my mommy said to me, don't kiss the girls, don't sleep in class, don't ever work, don't throw spitballs, don't pick your nose, don't chew gum, don't break your pants. Don't ever wet your pants.
Scene 1. The skit opens in the office of Dr. Rorschach.
And so, madame, I want you to go back to the reservation and tell your husband that he can walk if he wants to. It's on his mind, purely psychosomatic. Your husband can walk if he wants to. Well, goodbye, Mrs. Sitting Bull. Very interesting case. She could use a little treatment, too. She's got a 40-pound papoose on her back. Oh, nurse!
Yes, Dr. Rorschach?
Any more appointments today?
Let's see. Ben Curry at 3, Roy Rogers at 4, Matt Dillon is coming at 5, the Lone Ranger at 6.
Ah, the Lone Ranger. A very interesting case. Acute paranoia, persecution complex. He thinks the CIA is trying to see what he looks like underneath his mask. And now, nurse, I want you to... What the...
Doctor!
Oh, hello, Sheriff. You're just in time for your appointment. Come let out on the couch and...
No time, Doc. We're in for a pack of trouble. The Ringo kid just pulled into town.
The Ringo Kid?
Yeah, dirtiest, rottenest killer North Rio Grande. Why, he's a murdering outlaw.
Please, Sheriff. How many times have I told you? There's no such thing as outlaws. Just problem cowboys.
I tell ya, he's a killer. He came in this morning and shot my deputy.
Now, just a minute. I just saw your deputy this morning and talked to him.
Did he answer you?
Come to think of it, no. I thought it was some kind of mental block.
Well, I'm telling you, Doc. Ah! Galaxy Coyotes is a buck. He's been shot.
He got me. The Ringo kid got me.
Ah, Buck, you've got to do something about that cough. Really, it's just nerves. Nerves, just nerves.
Where is he now, Buck?
He's in the saloon.
Maybe it's heartburn. Are you a compulsive eater? Now, just lie down there and tell me the first thing that comes to mind. First, what do you think about girls?
No. Doc, he's been shot. The Ringo kid did it.
Oh, well, I'll go into the saloon after him.
Now wait a minute, Doc, that's dangerous.
Sheriff, I am a frontier psychiatrist, and that boy needs therapy. Nurse, where's my notebook and pencil?
In your holster.
Oh, yeah.
I tell ya, you can't go in there. He's vicious.
He's not vicious.
Well, why'd make a man shoot people in the back?
Or toilet training? Who knows? Now, if you'll excuse me, please.
Be careful, Doctor. Oh, please be careful. I don't want anything to happen to you.
I told you before, nurse, I'll be fine. Now go finish the slip covers for the couch, please.
Alright, now listen to me. I'm the Ringo Kid. I'm the shootingest, funniest Tom Ray of the West. Anybody want to take me on?
No.
Alright, I'll tell you what. Line up, you guys. And when I count to 3, go for your guns. 1, 2, 3. You gotta be quicker than that. Can you see that, stranger?
Yeah.
right, piano player, let's have a tune.
Howdy, Ringo kid.
Who are you?
Dr. Tex Rorschach, frontier psychiatrist. Have coach, will travel.
What?
Now what seems to be your problem?
I got an itchy trigger finger.
That's not my field. Probably a dermatologist.
Wait a minute. Guess what do you want?
I want to help you.
Aha, I got you figured. Just a cheap analyst trying to make a reputation. All right, start dancing, trigger.
Poor Ringo. You're just an angry little boy lashing out at the world with your 6-gun. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, a textbook case. Wait till I write the boys in Vienna. Oh, what?
All right, you asked for it.
You're insecure, aren't you?
What?
You're full of frustrations and aggressive hostilities. It's all an artificial barrier to mask your inhibitions and massive inferiority complex.
You trying to tell me I'm crazy?
Oh, please, Ringo. We don't use words like crazy anymore. Let me just say that you're suffering from a traumatic dislocation of your emotional processes.
Well, what does that mean?
You're a fruitcake. You're crazy in the coconut.
All right,
You're my chew guy.
all right, all right. You knocked my gun.
That's not a gun.
It isn't?
Of course not. It's a symbol.
A symbol?
A symbol of your inability to cope with reality. Give me that symbol.
Symbol?
Now the other symbol.
Here.
You're a good man, Ringo, and I can bring out that goodness.
You can?
Sure. All you need to do is talk it out. Now, lie down on the bar. Now, tell me, Ringo, when did you first discover you hated your horse?
But I don't hate my horse.
Wow, does your horse hate you?
Why should my horse hate me?
Well, you sit on him, make him live in a stable, feed him on oats. Don't you think it's logical that the beast should harbor some resentment?
Well, I guess so.
Did anything unusual happen to you as a child?
Well, let me think. Oh yeah, yeah. When I was 8 years old, my home ran away from me.
You mean you ran away from home?
No. We lived in a covered wagon and I fell out.
Aha! Ringlet Fringlet, I think I have solved your problem. Your hostility to everyone is a magnification of rejection. You have hallucinations that people don't like you, and that is why you shoot them. If you are friendly to them, they will act friendly to you.
Even if I like them, they're gonna like me.
Siggy Freud couldn't have put it better.
Nah, I can never thank you.
You can pay me. I don't want to feel rejected.
From now on, I'm gonna love everybody.
That's it.
Hello, bartender. Nice to meet you.
Howdy.
Hey there, friend. Glad to see you.
Oh, how are you?
Hey, here comes the sheriff. Howdy there, Sheriff. Glad to see you.
Sheriff, why did you shoot that well-adjusted cowpoke?
I don't know. I just shot him. Something came over me, Doc.
I see. Give me that symbol. Now, lie down on the bar. Now, tell me, Sheriff, when did you first discover you hated your horse?
I don't hate my horse.
Does your horse hate you?
And now presenting the three little pigs. Once upon a time, there was an old mother pig who had three little pigs and not enough food to feed them. So when they were old enough, she sent them out into the world to seek their fortunes. The first little pig was very lazy. He didn't want to work at all, and he built his house out of straw. The second little pig, he worked a little bit harder, but he was somewhat lazy too. And he built his house out of bricks. Sticks. The third little pig, he worked hard all day, and he built his house with bricks. Now it was a sturdy house. It was complete with a fine fireplace and chimney. It looked like it could withstand the strongest winds. Good job. The next day, a wolf happened to pass by the lane where the three little pigs lived. And he saw the straw house. And he smelled the pig inside. He thought the pig would make a mighty fine meal, and his mouth began to water. So he knocked on the door and said,
Little pig, let me in.
but the little pig saw the wolf's big paws through the keyhole. So he answered back, sure. Then the wolf showed his teeth and said,
Then I'll huff and I'll blow your house down.
so he huffed and he puffed, and he blew the house down. Now the wolf opened his jaws very wide, and he bit down as hard as he could, but the first little pig escaped and ran away to hide with the second little pig. The wolf continued down the lane, and he passed by the second house made of sticks. And he saw the house, and he smelled the pigs inside. And his mouth began to water as he thought about his fine dinner. So he knocked on the door, and he said,
Little pig, let me in. Not anything
that's okay. So the wolf showed his teeth, and he said,
Then I'll huff and I'll blow your house down.
so he huffed and he puffed, and he blew that house down. Now that wolf was greedy, and he tried to catch both pigs at once. But he was too greedy, and he got neither. His big jaws clamped on nothing but air, and the two little pigs scrambled away as fast as their little hose would carry them. The wolf chased them now down the lane, and he almost caught them. but they made it to the brick house and slammed the door closed before the wolf could catch them. The three little pigs were very frightened. They knew the wolf wanted to eat them, and that was very true. The wolf, he hadn't eaten all day, and he had worked up a large appetite. And now he could smell all three of them inside and knew they would make a lovely feast. So the wolf knocked on the door and said,
Little pig, let me in.
but the little pigs, they saw the wolf's narrow eyes through that keyhole, and so answered back. So the wolf showed his teeth, and he said,
I'll blow your house down.
well, he huffed and he puffed. And he puffed and he huffed. And he huffed up. And he puffed puffed. But he could not blow the house down. At last he was so out of breath that he couldn't huff and he couldn't puff anymore. So he stopped to rest. And then he thought a bit. But this was too much. The wolf danced about with rage. And he said, I'm going to come down that chimney and eat up the little pigs for supper. But while he was climbing onto the roof, the little pigs made up a blazing fire and put on a big pot full of water to boil. Then just as the wolf was coming down the chimney, the little pig pulled off the lid and plop. In fell the wolf into the scalding water. And so the little piggy, they put that cover on and they boiled the wolf up, and the three little pigs ate him for supper.
I want some pizza.
Stand up.
I want some house.
Line up.
Boss Leland's Big Top Circus has just arrived in the small country town of Gristle. It's time for Boss to organize his troupe of performers. First he calls for his best buddy and trusty sidekick, Bobo the Clown.
Bobo, do you have any idea what Gristle is like? I hear it's a pretty tough town. Really? I find it a bit hard to swallow. Well, listen, Bobo, the economy is bad, attendance is down. I just can't afford to keep everyone on my payroll. I even made a list. Now, get Bill Blade and bring him here. I want to talk to him about his knife act.
So Bobo brings Bill Blade to Boss.
Well, Bill, don't you look sharp today?
It's about my knife act, isn't it, boss?
I'm afraid so. Face it, Bill, your knife act just doesn't cut around here anymore.
Yeah, it always was a bit dull. Oh, I get the point. You don't think I can hack it? Well, I admit I'm a bit rusty, but I still have an edge on the other performers.
I'm sorry, Bill. I tried to call you into a competent circus star, but you haven't got the point. No matter how you slice it, it's time for you to switch, Blade.
So Bill Blade sadly leaves his circus.
I think your words pierced his heart.
Boss now calls for his next candidate, Electro the Human Wall Socket.
Electro, I want to talk to you about something.
Really? What?
I have some bad news.
If this is about last month's month's electric bill? I can explain.
No, it's not that. This may come to you as a shock, but I'm pulling the plug on your act.
But why? I've only been here a few weeks. Couldn't you give me an extension?
Out of the questions.
You can't get rid of me that way. I've got connections.
Now, don't blow a fuse. You traveled the whole circle with us, but due to the current situation, I had to disconnect you from the Big Top Circus.
But I'm the highlight of the show.
Go fly a kite, Electro.
So Electro also sadly leaves her circus home.
She never was very bright.
Who's next on our list?
Nelson Fury, the human bullet.
He's probably in the powder room.
So Bobo brings Bullet to Boss.
Hi, boss. You wanted to talk to me?
Yes, it's about your act.
My act, has it triggered something in your mind?
Not exactly, Nelson. I realize you're a big shot around here, but I'm letting you go.
But why? My act has always been loaded with excitement, and everybody says that's a barrel of laughs.
Be reasonable. Show your man's caliber can understand. I'm always getting a bang out of your act, but you'll have to find a new job somewhere else.
I hate to waste such a revolver. Shoot.
So the human bullet leaves the Big Top forever.
Well, that's the last of him.
Oh, son of a gun.
Suddenly, Bobo is handed some dreadful news.
Boss, I can hand some dreadful news.
What is it?
Barney Toom, the modern mummy, is quitting our circus.
What? Bring him here. I want my mummy.
So Bobo brings Barney the modern mummy to Boss.
What's this I hear about you quitting?
That's right. I'm getting tired of all this.
You're kidding.
No, I'm dead serious.
You're so wrapped up in your work. Maybe you need a vacation to unwind a bit. You feel a lot better.
No, I'm tired of being buried in responsibility. And my health, I'm coughing all the time.
Where do you dig up that excuse?
This is a grave situation, boss. Don't take it lightly. This circus routine bores me stiff.
It's not my fault that things have been a little dead lately.
Don't try shoveling the blame on someone else, boss. Goodbye.
Barney the modern mummy angrily stomps out of the circus.
His act never was very lively.
Who's next on our list?
Creepy Terry, the Tightrope Terry, all the way.
So Creepy Terry the Tightrope Terror tiptoes in to see Boss.
Hey boss, what's up?
Terry, I'm afraid your tightrope act is going to take a fall.
You're pulling my leg.
No, we're having trouble balancing the budget, and you've been getting out of line lately.
That's a lie. I've always been a steady worker. Why are you doing this to me.
I'm tired of stringing you along.
But boss, I've always walked the line. And don't forget, I've got friends in high places.
So Ted, you're out. We're tired of acting you out. We're tired of you acting like you're above us all.
I'm an empathetic guy. You stretch this out too far. I quit.
Creaky Terry tiptoes out of the circus.
Well, Bobo, that's the end of all this. In a way, it's kind of sad to see all of them go.
But boss, doesn't this play have a happy ending?
True, Bobo. I won't be happy to know that this play is now over.
All right, as is customary, at this time we'd like to recognize those that have graduated from 2 different levels. First of all, our kindergartners. Really, Mrs. Mayo and I really enjoyed working with them, and some of our volunteers have as well. So we'd like to recognize them for their kindergarten graduation. They're doing very well, making a lot of progress, and really set up well for first grade. So I'd like to go ahead and recognize Tristan Willitz. If you'll come up. And William Allen. All right. And then we also have an 8th grader this year. A special kid who really have enjoyed having in school here. I've only been here, this is my first year, but really neat to have her in the school. She's a very interesting leader. She marches to the beat of her own drum, as we saw with the ukulele. She's got great confidence. I really enjoy that. She's got a very interesting sense of humor. I really enjoy that. And she's very patient with all the other ones as well, and helpful. And she's grown a lot since she's been here with us. So Aurora Willitz, our 8th grader. At this time, there's also a couple of awards that we'd like to hand out. There's a group of 5th to 8th graders that went to field day that compete against other schools with a variety of events. This year, a number of them that brought home different colored ribbons. So, as I say your name, if you'll come up, I'll announce what it is and what you got. So we got a 3rd place, Derek Wales, 7th and 8th grade 50-yard dash. We've got a 2nd place, Levi Willitz, in the 4x100. The classic leapfrog for 5th and 6th grade, 2nd place, Levi Willitz. We have Aurora Willitz for 3rd place for a tug of war. We have a 2nd place tug of war with Derek Wales. The 4x100 5th and 6th grade, Lyrica, second place. We have 7th and 8th grade 4x100, second place, Noah Schleep. Guess that's it, huh? Oh, there is one there, I see it. If you would talk to him, I think he actually won it by himself from what I can tell. But the 7th and 8th grade, oh no, the whole group, it's tug of war, first place, Landon Reeder.